Hey guys, slightly different setup on the live from the studio video today, and that is because I've just had to do a video for my publisher. Okay, so when authors have a new book coming out, often their publisher will send them a bunch of questions and you make a video answering those questions, and then they can use it on Facebook and their website and stuff like that, and bookstores can use it and share it around. So I've just done a whole bunch of that here in my studio. I've answered a whole bunch of questions about Funny Kid Peking Duck. And that gave me an idea, which is, for the video today, why don't I read you the start? Why don't I read you chapter 1 of Funny Kid Peking Duck? You will be the first kids in the world to hear Funny Kid Peking Duck. Okay, here we go. Chapter 1, Truth Bomb. Your teacher is a liar. What a horrible way to start a book, you say. What a baseless accusation. How can I possibly know this about your teacher? I've never even met your teacher. I don't need to have met your teacher to know that they are lying. I can prove it. See, answer me this. When your teacher taught you about the history of the world, did they talk about ducks? No? They didn't? That is how I know your teacher is a liar. Luckily, I am here to tell you the true history of the world, which you absolutely, definitely cannot tell without talking about ducks. See, in the beginning, there was a duck. Ducks have been here the whole time. They have survived extinctions, wars, volcanoes, and alien invasions. They have done this because they are more advanced creatures than humans. Hopefully one day we too will evolve into ducks. Ducks are the ultimate animal. They can do 3 of the all-time greatest things. They can walk, they can swim, and they can fly. You can't fly, and that's why, for all of history, ducks have been watching over us and making us feel inferior. They were there with the dinosaurs. When the Tyrannosaurus Rex was fighting the Triceratops, a duck was the referee. You think cavemen were drawing selfies on the wall? Of course not. There had to be an artist, someone who's not in the picture. And who is not in the picture? Ducks, because they were drawing the pictures. No one tells you this, but it's not a nose that's missing from the great Sphinx in Egypt. It's a beak. Ducks were there at the first Christmas, putting straw in the manger. They were hanging out with dragons in China and the rainbow serpent in Australia. When Michelangelo created his most famous statue, David, it was originally David and Duck. But the duck fell over and they never replaced it. Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay were the first people to climb Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. What your teacher doesn't tell you is that when they got to the top, there was already a duck there eating an ice cream. A duck helped Einstein with his maths, suggested that Martin Luther King Jr. try writing something about dreams, and was the original star of Dr. Seuss's Duck in a Hat. And of course, everybody knows by now that it was a duck who came up with the dance moves for Beyonce in Single Ladies. Which brings us all the way to the present day, and to me, Max Walbert, standing here in the park with my duck. Now, let's be clear. He's not my duck in the way that you might say my dog or my turtle. Ducks are never pets. Duck has made this quite clear. Duck also has more attitude inside him than our Christmas turkey had stuffing. The reality of the situation is that Duck adopted me. One day, my little sister Rosie threw my shoe into a bush in the backyard. I went in to get it, and there was this little duckling that had hatched in there. The duckling decided in that moment that I should be its mummy. Me, an 11-year-old boy, adopting a duck. I was not ready for this level of responsibility, which is fine because, as we've already discussed, ducks are superior to humans, and mostly I just need to do whatever he says. Or quacks. Which is why we are standing in the park after school playing fetch. I'm the one fetching. And no matter how many times I've tried to explain that this is not how people and animals play fetch, it doesn't seem to make any difference to him. I'm going to try being firmer. Okay, Duck, that's it. We're going to switch this around. I'll throw and you fetch. Because... Oh, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Because Mummy said so. Duck pulls a duck face. He's not impressed. Frankly, neither am I. That felt weird. Luckily, none of my friends are here yet. But this is what people and animals do, Duck, I say. The human throws the ball. The animal fetches it. Quack, quack. That's duck speak for Come on, Duck, you're the animal. You have webbed feet. Quack. That's duck speak for so does your Uncle Ted. I throw the ball anyway. Duck huffs, turns, and walks off. Hey, you're being a bad sport. That does not seem to bother Duck in the slightest. He keeps walking. You're going to leave me in the park all by myself? I call out. It would seem so. Yes, he's not stopping. Okay, fine, I say. I march over to the ball and pick it up, muttering to myself, stupid duck. I turn around and find that he's right behind me and looking very proud of himself. Grrr! I just got outsmarted by a bird. He holds out his wing and nods at the ball. He wants me to give it to him so he can throw it again. Well, I've had enough. It's a Friday afternoon. It's been a big week and I'm tired. You want it, Duck? You go get it. And I throw it into a tree. And that's the end of chapter 1. I think you're going to love this one. I've really, really enjoyed it. It's a road trip book. It's an adventure. It's a mystery of a missing duck book. It's about dares. It's about bravery. It's about stupid, crazy pranks. So I hope you enjoy it. And hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you back here, probably back at the desk tomorrow. See you guys.